Hello, my name is Mark Howitt from Storelectric Limited. What our business is all about enabling renewables to power the grid. Essentially, the problem is that renewables are intermittent, as you all know exceedingly well. And we believe that gigawatt-scale renewables require gigawatt-scale backup. Now, there are many people in the industry who don't realize that gigawatt-scale renewables need gigawatt-scale backup. They think that megawatt-scale batteries can back up 30 gigawatts of intermittent generation in the UK. But picture a windless winter evening. You've got 30 gigawatts, or in 2030, you've got 50 gigawatts of renewable generation that is not generating. And you've got 5 hours of peak demand ahead of you. Will you supply that with megawatt-scale batteries with a duration of 20 to 60 minutes of energy? What you need is gigawatt-scale storage that will last for multiple hours, and that is our business. So the solution is large-scale, long-duration storage. This is not to replace the batteries. It's not to replace the people like the gravitricity or the flywheels that you've already seen. It's complementary. Imagine the road network. You need the byways. You need the little local roads. But you also need the highways and the motorways. We're the highways and the motorways. Without us, the little local roads get all clogged up and cannot work properly. Without them, we cannot be fed with the vehicles, the large-scale motorway, for the motorway network. So they're entirely complementary and all are needed, but the missing element in today's electricity system is the large-scale, long-duration storage. And there is enormous potential. There's enough geological potential, as you can see there, in the UK alone to power Europe for a week. We are restricted to the geologies that we can use, but that's not a big restriction. What is compressed air energy storage? Essentially, we take cheap electricity or unwanted electricity, and instead of paying curtailment, we take it and use it to compress air, which we store underground. Why underground? Because we need a lot of it. So our small first plant, which is 40 megawatts, 200 megawatt hours, will need about twice the air storage capacity of St. Paul's Cathedral. You can't build a cylinder that size. It needs to be geological. When you need the electricity again, you let the air out, it blows a turbine, and you regenerate the electricity. That is the easy bit. That is being done. A third of the gas storage in the whole of Europe is stored with the same technology, in the same salt caverns, at the same pressures. People do it in their sleep. The challenge is what to do with the heat. When you compress air up to a typical 70 bar, that's 30 times your car tire pressure, it heats up to about 650 centigrade. Traditional compressed air energy storage can't do anything with that, so they waste it because you have to store it at about ambient. When you expand the air from 70 bar, it cools down to somewhere south of minus 150 degrees. So your brass monkeys start getting terrified. You need to put the heat back in, and traditional compressed air energy storage burns gas to do that. So they have more than half the gas consumption of a gas-fired power station. We take the heat of compression, we store it separately, and we put it back in during expansion, making ours the most efficient, the most cost-effective technology for large-scale, long-duration storage that exists in the world. How big is the market? So it's about $1 trillion in CapEx just for the first phase of expansion. That's enabling grids to renewables to provide dispatchable energy as opposed to base load. You need about 3 or 6 times as much as that to enable renewables to supply baseload electricity around the world, and multiply that again by 3 to 10 times to help with the replacement of hydrocarbons. Bottom up, each plant delivers 12 to 15% IRR at 40 megawatts and about 15% at 500 megawatts. We can go a lot larger than that. And the whole project IRR is an awful lot greater as you into the future as the markets improve. There is intellectual property there. There's a lot of intellectual property there. Sorry, this has gone wrong, this slide. But the efficiency is far better than any competitor or the status quo. The emissions are zero, and our cost effectiveness is far better than any existing technology out there. I've received the red flag, so I must just say thank you very much. These are our partners. This is our team. All the best available to be able to deliver the project. Thank you.